welcome to IPL 2023 auction review. Well, I'm Suramya Kaushik, and today we'll be talking about what all happened in Kochi in the IPL 2023 auction. Well, it was a great day, some interesting buys, also some surprising elements wherein some key players went unsold, some of the key Indian uncapped players went on for big sum. But all in all, it was a fun time to watch out how teams are approaching this IPL and how they are strategizing for the IPL 2023. Well, we'll talk about all the stuff what happened in Kochi in IPL 2023 auction with Soumya Kapoor and Akash Biswas. Hello Soumya, hello Akash.
Hello, Somaya. Hello,
Hello,
Saram.
hello everyone.
Well, it was such an interesting day, Soumya. We all were waiting for that day. And when, the auction started, it was Kane Williamson at the very first place. And then some surprising elements were there because some key players were unsold. But if I have to ask you, that one big highlight of the day, what it was for you?
Well, for me, Sam Curran going to BBKS, that was a highlight for me. Considering the kind, everyone knows how good a bowler he is, but very few people know the kind of batsman he is. A very clean striker of the ball can hit you, can hit the bad ones too far away. So a very good pick. But yes, the kind of money he has fetched is amazing, and congratulations to him to become to just sending the records for a toss.
Well, absolutely. Before the IPL auction as well, everybody was talking about Sam Curran. But then you see this amount, 18.50 crore. It's huge. What do you have to say, Akash, about it?
Well, it's more than a dream because 18.5 crores and for a young player like Sam Curran, he has just set the benchmark so high. And as we have been seeing, experts saying that these amount will keep on increasing I mean, as we go ahead when IPL 2024 comes, when the 25 comes. So yeah, it's 18.5 right now for someone like a Sam Curran who returns to Punjab Kings. His debut team was Punjab Kings. Then he went to CSK. Then now once he comes home, it's just like a homecoming, but with a bigger price tag. And as I was saying, as we progress, as this league progresses in the coming years, we may see someone shattering his record and crossing that 20 crore line mark. I mean, uh, gaining all those big price tags will not be a big deal in coming days.
Well,
Yeah,
just
well,
like Chris Gayle said, that records are meant to be broken. So the records will be broken, but let's see how sooner or how later that comes. Yes, Ramya, can go
yeah,
ahead.
when we are talking about the big sum, Soumya and Akash, we were just seeing these names down on the screen: Sam Curran, Cameron Green, Ben Stokes. And as Soumya mentioned, Sam Curran being sold out for 18.5 crores, it was huge. But then Cameron Green and Ben Stokes as well, Akash, it was such a big deal to crack on, especially when we look from CSK's point of view. They were looking someone to bank on, a big player. Do you think they are looking Ben Stokes from the point of view of a captain?
Yeah, but before we see Ben Stokes as a potential captain, first we have to think about someone who could replace Dwayne Bravo, because Bravo was one of the integral parts of this CSK and CSK unit, whether they were the champions or they ended at the bottom half of the points table, because they had a roller coaster ride ever since they came back into the scene after that 2 year gap in the 2016 and 2017 when they missed out. When they returned in 2018, they were the champions, and in 2020, or I think, sorry, in 2021 they were champions again. So all these years, and in fact before even that, Bravo was one of the integral parts of the team. And since he announced his retirement from IPL, he was roped in as the bowling coach then and there. So for this CSK core group, they had responsibility, and in fact, they were looking for an all-rounder desperately who could replace Bravo. And getting Ben Stokes for a whooping sum of 16.25 crore, it's a big plus for CSK, who were the team, like I said, they were struggling badly in the last season, and now since they have got a match winner in Ben Stokes, it's a huge plus. And also when the likes of Ravindra Jadeja and Deepak Chahar will return to this squad for the upcoming season, they will definitely have a blast. added that they will be going to play, they will going to play at their home ground in Chennai. Now I'm coming to the point where, as you said about future captain, then yes, he has the potential. Ben Stokes already leading England in the test format. He especially gave up playing ODI so that he could focus on these two formats, the shortest and the longest one. And now when he is coming in a camp like CSK, he already has an experience of sharing the dressing room with MS Dhoni back in 2017 with the RPS franchisee. And now when he is there, and what I believe, not I'm speaking as a CSK fan, but what I have been witnessing all these years, that whatever player goes to CSK camp, whether he has that caliber or not, it adds up to his confidence a lot. It makes him a different player altogether. We have seen Moeen Ali growing and getting groomed in the CSK. Now is the turn of Ben Stokes, and you never know if he gets the captaincy in the coming seasons, because not just us, but many experts also feel that CSK had certainly got a future captain material in Ben Stokes.
Well, right. And while we are talking about Ben Stokes, Sam Curran, one thing is very common among, the top three, top most expensive buys in the IPL auction, that they are the all-rounders. And everybody was talking about it, that how the focus was on all-rounders. And like I just mentioned, the three names that we are seeing on our screen, the Cameron Green, again, an all-rounder. Now, when we talk about this player, Soumya, what type of strategy is of these teams, and in terms of Mumbai Indians as well, as Akash was just talking about, there Bravo is not there now. Here, if you talk in terms of Pollard, so he can be a good replacement of Pollard out there, but then again the highlight is the all-rounder stuff. So is it a very planned strategy, or is it like these players have performed well in the recent leagues, in the tournaments, just because of that they are in these teams?
Look, definitely Mumbai Indians and CSK, of course, these teams have been had that vision where they think about the future. Okay, Cameron Green being so young, fill in all the gaps that Pollard has left. A good batsman can chip in with four. A good fielder, a hard striker of the ball, can open the innings as well. So and the age, he has age on his side. So definitely Mumbai Indians have had some plan of obviously for him, and we are going to see him, as far as I think, we are going to see him in the Mumbai Indians colors for a very long time.
Yeah, right.
He's
So
a perfect backup. He's a perfect replacement for Pollard for now.
yeah. So while we're talking about the all-rounders, Akash, this has been a constant point of discussion from the IPL auction, that the teams were after the all-rounders. So this is a significant choice of the teams for the IPL 2023. What does this approach reflect for the coming season?
Well, as we talk about all-rounders, because like you mentioned, Mumbai Indians got Cameron Green, and then CSK got Ben Stokes. So they come with a lot of responsibilities, because they need to look, because whose place they are going to fill up.
Yeah.
Cameron Green going to replace Kieron Pollard, Ben Stokes going to replace Dwayne Bravo. So there is a huge responsibility and a soup, and the caliber they carry with them. Like if we speak about Ben Stokes and Cameron Green, they have proved their ability to win matches single-handedly. A few months back, when Cameron Green came to India, he played the T20s, against us, and he smashed every bowler he faced. So that kind of intensity, I think the teams were looking for when they went to the auction table, and they just banged on the qualities of these players. And that was the basic reason, I guess, that they didn't have had a second thought before splurging so much of money, who which changed their bank balance overnight.
Yeah.
And then,
Well,
if you look at the kind of batting lineup they have, this Green provides a lot of stability in the lineup. Not just playing aggressive cricket, but the kind of batsman he is. You can play him in the top order and probably can use him at 4 or 5 at max. So he provides the stability too.
yeah, there is a point of stability. Plus, how the approach changes with every IPL season. So this time we saw that, how teams were after the all rounders. But there's also another significant player which I would like Akash to talk about. So we have Nicholas Pooran over there, 16 crore. Akash, what do you have to say about him?
If you see his graph, I think he started playing IPL from 2018, and I think Punjab was the team where he sustained for 2 straight years. That was the only phase where he got an equal amount of money. But if you, on the whole, if you see his graph, it has always gone up. That in that sense he is quite lucky because he is always among the money, and this time he has crossed all the limits, because 16 crore is not is not a lesser amount. And he's, I think, if I'm not wrong, he is the now the fourth most expensive player in the IPL history, who has been sold in the tournament. And like yesterday, in fact, Soumya, when he was speaking to Chris Gale, he quipped that Nicholas Pooran owed him a lot of money, and now since he is rich, he can give him return his money. But jokes apart, yeah, Nicholas Pooran have been under fire lately because he wasn't among runs, be it in the international, his international fixtures, or what we saw him in the last season. But yes, the kind of personality with he comes into the picture, the ability he has, and those big shots he can hit. He is one of the players who can take the game single-handedly, take the team home single-handedly. He has an array of shots in his book. So yeah, 16 crore, like I said, Caribbean players are always the favorite in IPL. And not only in IPL, in all the other T20 leagues across the world, that is their forte. They like to play this format, and when it comes to a player like Nicholas Pooran, I think 16 crore rupees is totally justified.
And I had
Yeah.
a chat with Gayle after his he was picked by Lucknow. Gayle was pretty. Gayle talked about the way he has spent time with Andy Flower and also KL Rahul during his Punjab Kings days. But my concern about Nicholas Pooran is, where do you play him? Because it's a pretty steady lineup. Where do you play him? That's a question I have for Nicholas Pooran, because you can't really drop, or you can't really remove players like a Kunal Pandya from the middle order, or Karan Sharma has been doing pretty good in the domestic circuit as well. Quinton de Kock you have, then Manan Vora is also someone who can chip in with brisk runs, and obviously KL Rahul, who opens the inning. Ayush Badoni scored a 50. He is still a lot to prove, but he's a talented lad. So my concern is, where do you play him?
Yeah, that's an important question. But also on those lines, I remember, if you see the T20 World Cup, how West Indies team went out of the qualifiers only. And then everyone was talking about Nicholas Puran, that what kind of captaincy he did, the way he batted as well, that was under the scanner. Now, coming into the IPL, getting 16 crores, everybody was surprised. And Akash, I mean, as Soumya rightly pointed out that question, and it's a significant one to answer, that was he capable of that, and is his this money is worth of his performances of late, what he will bring up to LSG? That's also a big question.
Well, if I speak about his capability, then yes, he is a capable player and worthy of this price tag. Now, as you stated about his performance in the T20 World Cup, I would say I think it was a pressure of captaincy, because if a team doesn't perform, then ultimately, the pressure surmounts the captain. It mounts on the head of the captain, and if the captain succumbs, then the entire unit falls. That was the case with West Indies, that they could not make it to the Super 12. But what we have seen him right from his younger days, and in fact in his past seasons, Nicholas Pooran is someone whom you can rely in the death overs when there is a situation like what generally Dinesh Karthik does for RCB. And now, when it comes, like Soumya rightfully mentioned, where would you play him? Because I think LSG is seeing him as a wicketkeeper batter. He rightfully falls in that category. But at the same time, you also have a Quinton de Kock, who has been one of your retained players, a top opener. He has and he is a proven opener, a proven wicketkeeper batter. He has been one of the picture boys of South Africa cricket, poster boys of South Africa cricket. So now that is a kind of a tussle will be there, a selection dilemma, when the LSG think tank will sit down on the table, and before they come up with a final playing 11. But yes, it's not going. It's it it. There is no doubt that Nicholas Pooran will not get a game. He will definitely get a game because after all, the franchisee has spent so much of money. I'm just afraid that he doesn't face a fate like Ishan Kishan. What happened with him in the last season? Ishan Kishan also bagged a hefty amount from the Mumbai Indians. I guess somewhere around 16, 17 crores,
Yeah.
and then he had a very poor season before hit back to form. But as I said, with big with big opportunities come big responsibility. Now that depends upon Puran how he deals with it. Obviously he is richer by several notches, but now he has that burden to justify that thing. But the kind of support staff LSG has, and the kind of captain he has, KL Rahul, whom he knows very well from the Punjab background, Punjab franchisee background. So it won't be a tough task for him to to go out there and play his hearts out. But once again, we have to wait and watch how he deals with it, and if he justifies that 16 crore price tag or not.
I guess Lucknow would have picked him to implement that impact player concept.
Yeah.
Probably that can
Yeah.
be one aspect that they'll be looking for, because a brisk an aggressive batsman who can just chip in with some probably a 30 of 15 or 16, and it does a job for them. So probably that's the concept they've implemented, but still a huge amount for that too.
Yeah, right. Because there are two important things now, the impact player concept and what Nicholas Pooran will be doing. But one thing which was very interesting in this conversation was the highlight where Soumya mentioned about his chat with Chris Gale, and we have it for all our viewers. So let's just see that what Chris Gale had to say about Nicholas Pooran.
So now we have Chris Gayle with us from Geo Cinema Studio. Hi, Chris. Hey, you again? First things first. Yeah, man. Where is Nicholas Pooran taking you for the party tonight? Sorry? Where is Nicholas Pooran taking you for the party tonight? You know what? Nicholas Pooran owe me some money, and right now I need to get paid. You know what I'm saying? He's rich now, so he need to pay me. Nah, I'm happy for him, man. I'm happy for him, to be picked up for such a lump sum, So it's fantastic to see Nicholas Pooran, and he's going to a place where Andy Flower worked with him already. Kale Rowell have been a part of his the Punjab 11 as well. So they know what his capabilities are. So I'm sure they're excited about it as well. And talking about big money, Jason Holden has also got a buyer.
The big lad had
Well,
to say some good words for his good friend.
yeah, that was I was just saying. Well, he had to say some good words for Nicholas Pooran. So that was all. What we were talking about the international players. Now coming to the Indian players, there were some uncapped players that went really big in the auction, and let's have a look at it. Now, Soumya, we have these players out there, and let's have a look. Shivam Mavi, Mukesh Kumar, Vivrant Sharma, Mayank Tagore. If you see this list, which is that one player that you're really looking forward to in this IPL season?
For me, it would be Shivam Mavi, because firstly the kind of amount he has fetched, and in fact we had a chat with Suresh Raina as well earlier during the auctions, and he made us understand how quickly this youngster is a good learner of the game. He's made certain 2 weeks is pretty quick, so I'm really looking forward to him whenever he gets a chance.
Well, absolutely. Now, Akash, Soumya very well mentioned, that it's going to be Shivam Mavi because of the amount that he has roped in. But if you look at the other players as well, N. Jagdeesan, we have been talking about this player of late because of the way he played in the domestic circuit, but other players as well. Which player or which players are you looking forward to in the IPL 2023?
Well, out of these list of uncapped players, I'm looking forward to the likes of Vivrant Sharma and Avinash Singh from this list particular, because they are from Jammu and Kashmir, and what we saw in this auction, uncapped players of Jammu and Kashmir have been, making some vibes in this entire auction scenario. What we have seen in the past seasons, like Umran Malik and Abdul Samad, both of them are playing for Sunrisers Hyderabad. In fact, I would like to mention that Abdul Samad was a senior. He was the first one to come ahead in the scene than Umran Malik, but we all know where Umran is now. So yes, players from Jammu and Kashmir obviously comes with some hidden talents, some unheard. They are unheard. So yes, I'm looking forward to them, and let's see if they get chance, because Vivrant Sharma going to join his state teammate Umran Malik and Abdul Samad. So it will be an exciting element for him as well, and I am very excited as well to see him play.
Well, yeah,
Well,
and yeah, Soumya.
we're talking about Sunrisers, and there's this guy Samarth Vyas, whom I'm looking forward to. He's a certain steal. Okay, he's gone for somewhere around 20 lakhs on his base price. Has a very good strike rate in T20s, so he can be. And Sunrisers for me have made a good squad for now. It gives them stability in the top order. They have certain local lads who can chip in with good performances and get them on back on track, which they have been missing for a while. Going the Mumbai Indians or going the CSK, the way these guys have backed the domestic players and the Indian uncapped players, Sunrisers probably doing the same similar thing, and which is good for both of them. You can make a base and look at the future for the next 5 years or 10 years maybe.
Yeah, well, that's going to be very interesting because if we see quite a few past IPL seasons, we have seen that IPL has given platform to young Indian talent, and they have performed well. They have shown their skills, and then they have come to the main team as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see who comes in IPL 2023, shines in IPL 2023, and then makes a big move out there in the team. But Soumya, you were just now talking about your chat with Suresh Rena, and we have it for all our viewers there. So let's see what Rena has to say about the IPL 2023 auction.
Suresh Raina with us from Geo Cinema Studios. Hi Suresh bhai. First thing, बढ़िया. First things first, Stokes has gone to CSK, and with that, has MS Dhoni chosen his successor?
बिल्कुल, और अच्छा लगा जिस तरह से गए, और अजिंक्य राणे, वैन स्टोक्स, धोनी भाई ऑलरेडी खेल चुके हैं पुणे के लिए, तो कुछ नया नहीं होगा क्योंकि ऑलरेडी वो ड्रेसिंग रूम शेयर कर चुके हैं. तो इट्स अ वेरी वेरी गुड पिक, एंड अलोंग साइड विद सैम करन, एंड जो एमआई ने पिक किया है कैमरून ग्रीन. आई थिंक पोलार्ड को अगर कोई रिप्लेस कर सकते थे तो मुझे लगता है वो कैमरून ग्रीन ही है. तो एमआई की टीम बड़ी स्ट्रांग लग रही है, और जब बॉम्बे में खेलेंगे वो लोग अपने होम ग्राउंड में, तो बड़ी आतिशबाजी होने वाली है.
एमएस क्या ग्रूम करेंगे अब स्टोक्स को एज अ कैप्टन?
बिल्कुल ग्रूम करेंगे, और अजिंक्य राणे भी आए. आप देखेंगे जिस तरह से सैम करन के लिए वो काफी गए थे. वो बेन स्टोक्स, ही इज अ वर्ल्ड चैंपियन एंड ही हैज डन रियली वेल. वर्ल्ड कप में उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा किया टीम के लिए. अभी टेस्ट बॉल कैप्टन इंग्लैंड के, और काफी पाकिस्तान में भी टेस्ट सीरीज भी जीते हैं, तो एक अच्छे फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड में. प्लस आई थिंक जो उनका क्रिकेटिंग ब्रेन है, that will be very very useful for all the youngsters in Chennai. और चेन्नई का crowd, they all will love him because he has done really really well in India, and I hope he'll just enjoy and do the whistle and do a lot of whistle polo for CSK.
And do you think Ajinkya Rahane will get a place in the 11 in the final?
बिल्कुल, अजिंक्य राणे has a lot of experience. He played I think more than 170 matches, and he scored heavily in domestic cricket season, and he just want to play for India again. I think love his passion, love his attitude. Very very disciplined cricketer, and bring a lot of experience on the table. And in wicket like Chennai, I think he is a Mumbai का batsman. He knows how to play a lot of good sweep. और जब थोड़ा बॉल टर्न होगा, स्पिनर होंगे, तो आई थिंक ही विल बी वेरी वेरी यूजफुल, हैविंग राइडू, एमएस एंड कौन में ऋतुराज. अब कोई किसी को इंजरी भी होगा तो अजिंक्य राणे हैज दैट एबिलिटी टू विन मैचेस फ्रॉम एनी सिचुएशन.
Well, yes, We were talking about all these things only at the very beginning, Akash and Soumya. We were talking about, how Ben Stokes can lead the way for CSK, and that's what Suresh and I was talking about. Also, that was the crux of our conversation as well. He talked about, how Cameron Green will be playing a big role for the MI. But coming on to this Ben Stokes question, Soumya, we have been talking about this. First, Akash was telling, how his role can be very, very significant for CSK. But as Suresh Rana was talking about, the presence of MS Dhoni makes it all worth it in the team. Now, when we have Ben Stokes, then MS Dhoni, Ajinkya Rahane as well, he was talking about how great this team looks to you at this moment.
Look, it's a very, 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 very strong team on papers right now. Some big hitters, some players who can just take away the game single-handedly on their day. But my question again, my concern is with England players. Will they stick? No, will they stick? Will they play the IPL? Will they be a part of it? Because we have the Ashes as well. So discussing about the MS successor in Stokes, I am okay if he gets the captaincy. He's a great leader. He has proven himself while leading in England, but his availability still remains a question. So I feel CSK might go for a youngster to get groomed. Can have a makeshift captaincy if the inevitable comes. They can have a makeshift captaincy, but for the longer run, they might go for an Indian youngster and groom, or probably Dhoni must be grooming someone. We don't know yet. So that can be the case. So Stokes getting the captaincy, I still have a doubt because of the availability question. Well, talking about the squad, it's an amazing squad. Devon Conway, he's a proven batsman. He can he has the if you bowl him full, he's got the drives. If you bowl him short, he's got the pulls. He can cut the ball outside off stump. Brilliant in Test, brilliant in T20s. Then you have Rituraj Gaikwad, who has been playing exceptionally well. Then you also have Ambati Rayudu. Now you have Ajinkya Rahane, who brings a lot of experience. And then you have, of course, MS, who can turn around the game just just by the calculations he does on the field, and just by those small experiments he has done in the past, he does on the field. So he can turn around the game on not just by bowling, not just by batting, but just by his decisions. So a very, very strong team. But as far as Stokes is concerned, I hope he plays. I hope he stays, and it would be great to see this trio again, which will be teaming up again. The Dhoni, the Raina, the Rahane and Stokes.
Well, that'll be quite interesting to watch out when the tournament begins, because CSK has been one of the most successful teams in the tournament, and it'll be going to be very, very interesting to see how Ben Stokes play in this team and what kind of role he gets out there in the team. Now, Akash, there were quite a lot many interesting things in the auction. We discussed them in the detail, but there was one another thing. There were some surprising elements out there. People were thinking that there'll be some players who will be getting quite a lot of amount over there, but they remained unsold. And on that note, let's have a look at top 10 unsold players in the auction. We have over there Chris Jordan, Kusal Mendes, Adam Milne, Wayne Parnell. Wayne Parnell came actually 3 times in the auction for the bidding, but that didn't even happen. Not even once any bid was made for him. So these are some big names when we talk about. Now, Akash, when we have these players, which player surprised you the most? I mean, in terms of you were thinking that this player might go to a team for a big sum, but then didn't turn up. You are on mute, Akash.
Yeah. So I was saying that not talking about the big sum or big amount of money, but yeah, 3 players out of this list, left me surprised because they went unsold. One, Mohammad Nabi. The next one is David Malan, and the third one is Jimmy Neesham. Because once again, since teams were going berserk after all-rounders, then Jimmy Neesham not getting a place, not able to find a buyer, it's quite surprising. Now David Malan is obviously, a world champion now in T20 cricket. Though he missed out on the T20 World Cup final, but he has the caliber. He has been a world number one for quite a long period of time. Still, he misses the bus. And Mohammad Nabi. Mohammad Nabi was one of those, first Afghan players who came into the IPL along with Rashid Khan. These two were the first players from his country. And over the years, Has he lost that credibility? Well, that's a question we need to look after, because he is leading the Afghanistan team right now, and someone like him not getting a deal, that's quite surprising. So yeah, these three players for me.
Who would you pick, Soumya?
I would pick Wayne Parnell and Dasun Shanaka. A left arm pacer is a steal any day for any team. Okay, uh, RCB has picked up their two. Obviously, Willie I guess was there, and now they have reached Oakley. So their their slots are booked. But someone could have picked Wayne Parnell and Dasun Shanaka. Somewhere he can bat, he can bowl, and over that everything. Apart from all the things he has, he can get you on the table is the leadership. He's been leading Sri Lanka. He would have been a backup option for your captaincy maybe. So I guess they could have been picked up by someone, but it's hard luck. Happens. That's how the IPL auction and IPL works.
Well, better luck next time to all these players. Now, coming to the last point of this discussion, which is very interesting from my point of view and for all the viewers' point of view as well. Now, Akash and Soumya, we've been discussing this from quite a long that, whenever we talk about any IPL season, it's said that the teams and the decisions are actually made in the auction. Like half of the result is quite decided in the auction itself because of the way you form your team. Now, if we see this auction from bird's eye view, Akash, which team would you pick as the strongest one moving to the IPL 2023?
Well, if we speak about the strongest one, then I see MI having very, matlab, a lot of potential, because last auction only they had their vision clear. They wanted Jofra Archer at any cost. They had him. They coming to this auction, they wanted have a great replacement of Kieron Pollard. They went after Cameron Greens plus so much a huge amount of money, and they finally had it. And the kind of players they already have, Rohit Sharma, though he is, he has in and out of his form, but when his day, no one can stop him. Surya Kumar Yadav, he whatever he touches in T20 cricket is turning gold nowadays. Jasprit Bumrah, he will be back after an injury, and we hope to, facing Bumrah in India is, it's not an easy nut to crack. So with this core group intact, when you add someone like Jofra Archer and Cameron Green, the unit obviously becomes a bit dangerous. And now they also have someone like Arjun Tendulkar, who has already proven his mettle in Ranji Trophy as well, scoring 100 on Ranji debut for Goa. So they have, I would say, they are spoilt of choices when it comes to form a playing 11. Yeah, so for me, strongest team in this IPL out of all these 10 teams, I will pick Mumbai Indians.
Well, Akash, Mumbai Indians fans will be very, very happy because they'll be like, okay, you are banking on Mumbai Indians again for another trophy and making it a big, big successful team in this format. But Soumya, what's your choice?
I would rather pick a stable team, and for me, for now, that's Kolkata Knight Riders. You just look at their lineup. You have Shreyas Iyer, who has been a proven leader. He's got brilliant cricketing brains. I mean, he has the best thing that KKR would have done in the recent past, giving it the captaincy. That's one of the best things they could have done. But then they have Nitish Rana in the ranks, Gurbaz, who is an exceptional hitter of the ball. Venkatesh Iyer, who can open the innings, play in the middle order, chip in with four, good fielder, gun fielder, pretty solid lineup again. Then you have, of course, Andrew Russell, who is a champion on his day. I mean, just look at the way he just strikes the ball when he's on song, and also the way he bowls. He has bowled some brilliant economical spells for KKR in the recent past. So and then you have Sunil Narine, Shardul Thakur, who has come in. Lockie Ferguson is back with the KKR from GT. So Umesh Yadav, Tim Saudi, a brilliant fast bowling lineup, and then you have these local lads: Jagdishan, Vaibhav Baroda, Surya Sharma, Khijrolia, Mandeep Singh, who has been playing IPL for quite some time. He's been a part of RCB. He's been a part of Punjab Kings. A brilliant batter again, middle order, can stabilize the middle order for them. And then you have two brilliant Bangladesh players in the ranks. Liton Das and of course Shakib Al Hasan. So brilliant stable lineup. I would bank on them for now. I'm really excited to see how Shreyas leads this team, because a lot of different aspects in the side, a variety of choices, not choices, variety of choices, and it would be very interesting to see how he makes that 11.
Well, absolutely. I know it's quite early to, predict which two teams will be the strongest, but yes, we have our words over there, Mumbai Indians and Kolkata Knight Riders. Let's see what happens in this tournament. I'm sure it's going to be interesting as all the other seasons, but this time we'll be seeing how these big players, Sam Curran, Cameron Green, Ben Stokes, play in this season, and also some of the young Indian talent. Thank you so much, Akash and Soumya, for joining with me. It was really fun and insightful discussion.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So I was with Akash and Soumya, and we had great discussion about what all happened in IPL 2023 auction. It was an interesting auction, as everyone's talking about. But from this conversation, we figured out, that how these key big players will be turning out big in the IPL 2023 season. And you can also tell us your views, that which player or which bid interested you or impressed you the most in this IPL auction in the comments sections. And also you can stay tuned to Cricket Next YouTube channel, where you can get all the latest updates about what's happening in cricket. Also, you can stay connected with our various social media handles, that's Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Till then, happy Christmas and enjoy.